Hey, what's going on, folks? This is Hellbent, and today I'm going to be releasing my new updated version to my Smart Clicker version 1 series. This is it here. And I'm going to be releasing this as you have the option of either downloading this, or if you have AutoHotkey on your computer, you can just copy and paste this into a new script. If you're unfamiliar with AutoHotkey, it's just a scripting language that this is written in, and in order to run it as an AutoHotkey script without downloading it, you would need to have AutoHotkey on your computer. I'll leave a link in the description to 3 very short videos that will explain how to get AutoHotkey, how to create scripts, and how to run scripts if you're unfamiliar. Each of them are about 30 seconds to 40 seconds long, but that's only if you don't want to do the download. I suggest getting AutoHotkey rather than downloading. But anyways, also in the description, if you're going the AutoHotkey route, there's going to be a link to a pastebin page. And a pastebin page is it's an online hosting site that allows you to post text up onto the internet, and then people can go and copy that text. Well, that text you're going to paste into a new script and then run it. So I'm going to go through the process of getting that, and then we'll run a test of this working in an actual game environment. So I've already created a new script on my desktops. It's sitting right here. So I'm going to go to the pastebin link, which is this one right here, which should match the one that's in the description. And I'm going to go to the very bottom of this to an area called raw paste data. Once I'm down here, I'm going to click anywhere within this square here, or rectangle here. I'm going to press Control plus A to highlight it all, and then Control plus C to put it into my clipboard. And then I'm going to go back to here, and I'm going to paste it in. Now, if you're new to AutoHotkey, you're probably not going to have an editor like this, so when you open up a new AutoHotkey script, it'll just open up in blank notepad. So it'll look a little bit different than this, but don't worry, it's the same thing. This is just an editor, fancy editor that lets me see fancy colors and do fancy things with it. But it's all works out to be the same. So anyways, now that I have this pasted in, I'm just going to go to Save, and I'll show you how to run it now without using this editor, because I can just launch it through this editor, but you're probably not going to have the editor. So like I said, I created this on my desktop, so I'm going to minimize this and go to my desktop, and here it is right here. And if I open it in Edit, you can see that it's the same one, right? But I'm just going to, I have 2 choices. I can either double click it or I can right click it, and I get this option to run script. I'm going to run the script, and here we go. So let's go ahead and put this into a game and see how this works. So there's 3 things I need to set. I need to set a window, I need to set a position, and I need to set a speed. The window, what that has to do with is this auto clicker, you set it up so that way it only clicks on the window you want it to click on. So if I'm running this and it's on, and if I switch windows, it's not going to click on that other window. So I don't have to worry about clicking on things that I don't want to. So let's go ahead and set up the window. Hit Set Window, click on the window you want to set, and there you go. Now I'm using Cookie Clicker for a good reason, because occasionally you might come across a program that the title of the window changes periodically, which is the case with a game like this. So the name of this window is currently 0 cookies Cookie Clicker, but if I click on this, in a second or two the name is going to change. So what I need to do is I need to trim this down to the part of the name that doesn't change. This only applies to windows that have a name that changes periodically, like this one. So I'm just going to get rid of the 0 cookies part of the title, and then I'm going to hit Update. Now this is going to work even though that the title of the window changes all the time. So I have the window set. Now I'm going to set the position. I'm going to hit Set Position, go to the center of the cookie, and there we go. The next thing I'm going to do is decide how big of a box. The other thing that this does is I don't have to pause this auto clicker. It does that on its own. To pause it, all I have to do is just move my cursor away from the place that I have it set to click. And how far away I need to move it before it stops clicking is this box width and box height. So if I hit preview, I can see that if my cursor is within that green box, it's going to click. If I move my cursor out, it's going to stop clicking, right? So I don't have to, so if I want to, for example, in a game like this, if I want to go and buy a cursor, I don't have to stop the auto clicker. All I have to do is just move my cursor, click on that, and then go back there and it'll start clicking again on its own. Okay, so I really recommend do not make this box too big, because especially if you're clicking too fast, it could make it very difficult to move your cursor out in time before it starts clicking again. So keep that in mind. Keep it as, you know, relatively small size. And then the last thing you need is set a speed. So speed is you have an option, use a click delay or don't use a click delay, turbo mode, etc. Let's just go with using a click delay, and we'll set it to about 30 milliseconds. Let's go 50 milliseconds. So 50 milliseconds is about 20 clicks per second, give or take. I'm going to hit start, and there we go. So that's probably a lot of information, and you're probably thinking this is complicated or whatever, but it really isn't. So I'm going to do this one more time from scratch and see how hard it is actually to set this up. So I'm going to run the auto clicker, go to the game, hit window, set window, change it so that way it only reflects the thing that doesn't change, set position, set the speed, start, and now I have an auto clicker. Now I have an auto clicker that's running. See, it's not hard, very easy. And if I switch windows, so if you notice that my clicker is set to right there. If I go to position and preview, you can see that it's right there. I'm hitting start, so the auto clicker is on right now. If I move my cursor there, it's not going to click, because this window isn't the window I've set to be the target. This window is, and it clicks. Alright, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoy. Peace, I'm out.